Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the monthly transit results for the upcoming month of September for all the rising signs. So definitely guys, even at a time when I'm recording this video, it's the occasion of Janmashtami only. So by the time it will be getting uploaded on my channel, Janmashtami would have already passed, but still a very happy Janmashtami to everyone. And during this year it is very special because it's not only that moon is going to be exalted in the Taurus, but also it is conjunct with the auspicious planet Jupiter as well, so which somehow makes this occasion very special. So okay guys, let's first briefly look at how planets are going to be behaving during this month, and then we will shift to the customized results. So if I were to pick any one planet which is going to be under tremendous affliction, or I would say pressure, is going to be Venus in the transit. Because guys, Venus in the Virgo not only makes it vulnerable, all the signification which Venus represents, which has to do with the relationship, which has to do with the finances and the women and empowerment and all. So definitely it is going to be vulnerable, not only because it is getting debilitated, but because it is going to be conjunct with Ketu as well. So that vulnerability in the domain of the love, relationship, feeling very detached and all is going to stay like this for the first half of the month. But once Venus will leave the Virgo sign, it is going to enter the Libra. Definitely it is going to be in its good dignity. The planet of communication, Mercury, is also going to be transiting like from the September 4th till September 22nd. It is going to be transiting in the Leo sign only. So Mercury is not retrograde this month, so not much to worry about Mercury causing any chaos or any sort of confusion. When we talk about the planet Mars, definitely guys, Mars's transit in the Gemini is not considered as very strong, but I always go by the original Kalpurush Kundli principle Siddhant as well. So somehow Gemini represents the third house related energy as well, so which actually empowers Mars to take initiatives as well. It definitely makes the planet Mars to be and act very resourceful, take the chances and work with full of its capacity. When we talk about the planet Sun, definitely for the first half of the month, Sun is going to be dignified in its own Leo sign, and afterwards it is going to enter the sign of Virgo, where it is going to be receiving the aspect from the planet Mars as well. So Sun during this time in its transit in the Leo, it was little bit under some sort of affliction because Saturn was giving its straight aspect to it. But now when Sun will leave the Leo, it is going to transit in the Virgo, a better result can be expected. Like specifically where we talk about working hard for your fame, for the recognition. So yes guys, this is how planets are going to be behaving, and now we will shift our discussion to the customized results for all the Lagnas. Now guys, when we talk about the Aries rising natives, definitely guys, for you guys, your ascendant lord is going to be transiting in the third house during this whole month. So that in itself means that life will definitely provide you with the opportunities to take some new initiative as well. There could be some sort of quarrels which might happen because of your own rashness with your friends, with your colleagues, with your younger siblings and all, but definitely it will put you in the position of advantage, in the position of power. So for all the influencers, performing artists, sales, media, marketing professionals, it is a very good time. When we talk about the prospects of your anything to do with writing any competitive exam, any competitive situation, prospects of fame, recognition, working hard for proving your mettle, regarding all that front, the month is creating a very favorable energy for you. The only way guys I'm seeing the Aries Lagna natives little bit vulnerable during this month is that your 7th lord is somehow afflicted being in the 6th house and conjunct with Ketu. So till 17th September, energy is very vulnerable. Like you do not have to, like if you are already dating someone, you're courting someone, so energy is not very favorable for proposing someone during this time. Like let's say for example someone approach you for any collaboration or some sort of partnership venture and all, so time period till September 17th, it's very vulnerable, specifically getting into alliance with people with whom you have not dealt before. So guys, if I were to summarize, the energy of this month is very good because your ascendant lord from the third house, it is going to be giving its aspect to your 6th house, and to your 10th house as well. So this month is a very action packed month for the Aries Lagna. Trying your hand into something new, venturing out into something new is definitely going to reward lot many Aries Lagna natives. But specifically in the matters of love, in the matters of the business partnership and all, you have to be little bit careful. Now guys, when we talk about the Taurus rising natives, so definitely guys, the theme of this month seems to be very acting out very fast way for the Taurus Lagna natives. Again guys, the only concern over here is that your ascendant lord is going to be debilitated conjunct with Ketu in the 5th house till September 17th. So that in itself means that for anything to do with the sadhana, spirituality, meditation, mantra, finding out the purpose of life and all, for these kind of self inquiries and all, the month is creating a very good energy. A lot many people might have to go through some sudden speculative losses as well, or some sort of disappointment in the matters of the love or performance of their children as well. So you have to be very accommodating, very accepting in all these departments, because it is Ketu. It is something which was the promise in your chart, which cannot be altered. So be very welcoming in these kind of situation, or deal it with tact, maturity. That is all what I want to say. Second thing is that definitely guys, Mars in your case is transiting in your second house. Mars is your 7th lord as well. So 7th lord has gone 8 places ahead of it. So the wrong choice of words might transform or spoil your close immediate relationship and all. So in these areas you have to be little bit careful. Apart from that, definitely guys, sun is going to be transiting from your 4th house to the 5th house. So for recognition, specifically if you are doing something in the public domain, you are an interior decor, you are an architect and all, so those people can still get benefited. I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. And yes guys, after September 17th, once your ascendant lord will enter your 6th house, you will definitely see some sort of like where if you would have gone through some sort of difficult times with people around you, you will be able to mend those terms as well. You will be able to kind of renegotiate or settle down all those kind of dispute as well. So guys, if I were to summarize the theme of this month, in the very first half of the month seems to be under a lot of things over where you will see that it's like very fatalistic, unavoidable events are going to be happening all around you. But by the time you will reach the second half of the month, you will definitely see that now you're regaining control in major areas of your life. I will strictly warn against taking any sudden risky financial decision. Your second house is not in a very dignified state. Ascendant lord in the 5th house in the influence of Ketu. So specifically in the matters of finances, and big decision in the matters of the finances needs to be taken with proper caution and care. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini natives, definitely guys, in your case, the month will definitely start on a good note on so many ways. As you can see that Jupiter, which is already transiting in your 12th house, and lot many planets are now going to be transiting from your 3rd, 4th and 5th house during this month. So again guys, to start with your ascendant lord Mercury, from September 4th till September 22nd, it is going to be transiting in the 3rd house, and it is during this time only it is going to have a overlap with Sun being dignified in the 3rd house as well. So for the sales, media, marketing professional, people in the commissioning work, performing artist and all, the month seems to be creating a very good energy. Let's say for example, if you will be given a chance to showcase your talent, you will not disappoint people around you. You will do your best, and the stars are indicating in that direction. Second thing is that definitely guys, in your case, Venus is going to be conjunct with Ketu and debilitated in your 4th house. You will deep inside, lot many people, Gemini rising natives, will go through the feelings of detachment, unknown fear, feeling that there are like not many people who are taking care of you. I have been left alone and life is so difficult. These kind of thoughts will be overpowering lot many Gemini Lagna natives in the first half of the month, specifically till September 17th. And driven by those insecurities, you do not have to take any rash decision in the matters of your domestic life, in the matters of the family life as well. So even if you drive and all, you have to be little bit careful, specifically anything connected to vehicles, of your relationship with the females, you have to be little bit careful over there, specifically till September 17th. Apart from that, definitely guys, Mars is going to be transiting from your first house as well during this month. Now see, Mars is not a very favorable planet for you, and if it is going to be transiting over there in your first house, it can actually make the Gemini Lagna natives highly strung, being very restless, not being able to concentrate and focus their energies in any one specific particular thing and all. So yes, if you are a kind of a guy who likes to hustle a lot and you're always very stimulated, always filled with energy, doing multiple things and trying to do multiple things, if this is what your energy is, it will definitely support you. Along with that, we know this thing that whatever planet is transiting from the first house, the energy of that planet gets experienced in our personality as well. So lot many Gemini Lagna natives during this time will be very much willing to fight back or aim their goals very high, putting too much of the physical energy towards their goals. So this is how Mars right over there in their first house is going to be behaving. I always say this thing that be very mindful of your head space. Planet Mars represents injuries and all as well. So specifically if you ride a bike or something, so ensure to wear a helmet when Mars is transiting from your first house. Second thing is that definitely guys, when we talk about we have seen the way Mercury is going to be behaving, Venus is going to be behaving, Mars is going to be behaving. So overall guys, it's definitely a very good time, and all what I can say is that for people who are connected with the fields of the third house, social media, marketing, commissioning work and all, those people can actually get benefited during this month. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer natives, so definitely guys, in your case, the month will definitely start on a little bit sensitive note. We already know this thing that lot is happening in the domain of your professional career front. Saturn's energy in your 8th house, in any case, it's little bit difficult to handle. If you are a research oriented and a very patient person, then this is good for you. But otherwise, Saturn's transit in the 8th house a lot many times makes people a little bit restless, anxious as well. And your 10th lord becomes the planet Mars, which is also transiting right now in your 12th house. So I have already mentioned this thing, like this could be a case that even for the people who are like following their academic goals, or people who are like eyeing for any on-campus job placement and all, even at a work front as well, there are going to be lot many changes, development, sudden unpredictable changes which you might have to go through. So my recommendation is that during this time, specifically even during this month, refrain from any secretive, clandestine, behind the scene activities, because it will only spoil your image, or you might become a scapegoat in any kind of situation. So better to pull yourself out of any gossip, any scandal, any controversy at your work front. Those in whose case any professional endeavors, if that is connected with the foreign land and all, those people can slightly get benefited. Or let's say for example, if during this time only related to work related matters, if you have to undertake any travel, so those people can also get benefited. Second thing is that definitely guys, Venus is going to be debilitated in your 3rd house, being conjunct with Ketu till September 17th. So that just tells about that during this time, lot many Cancer Lagna native will feel that they have been left on their own. There are not many people who are lending their supporting hands, and even no matter how much hard you are trying to initiate any plan, God forbid something or other thing is creating an obstacle over there. I always say this thing that whatever happens because of the Ketu, it is the force of the nature over where you do not have any say. If because of rains, some waterlogging problem happen and you missed your appointment because of that, so no need to blame yourself for those kind of outcomes, because it is something which was beyond your control and all. So this is what happens. And generally my recommendation to the Cancer Lagna native is that during this time, specifically like lot many group activity, hiking activity, these things we takes with our friends, we we go in groups and all. So it will be much recommended to refrain from these kind of activities, like going too close to the nature in those expedition hikes with the friends and all, specifically where too much of the threat, uncertainty and threat from the nature is involved. So it will be much recommended at least to avoid it for the very first 3 weeks of the September till September 17th. Apart from that, definitely guys, your second house is in a very dignified state. So sun is going to be transiting over there till the first half of the month of the September, and Mercury, you're like a very important planet because the houses which it rules, specifically the 12th house and the 3rd house. So Mercury is also going to be transiting over there, like the planet of communication in the 2nd house, and then friends of the sun over there. So from September 4th till 22nd, Mercury is going to be there. So specifically all those professionals where your income is connected with your spoken skills, any presentation and all, or if your income is also connected with, like, you know, commissioning work, anything to do with the travel business, or something to do with the all those influencers and creators and all. So specifically guys, second house connected with, if your income is connected with the family business, income is connected because of the support from the government or government aided projects and tenders and work and all, those people still can get benefited. So yes guys, this is how I'm seeing the month to be turning out for the Cancer Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo natives, so definitely guys, in your case, the month will definitely start on such a note that we know this thing that Mars is right now transiting in your like 11th house throughout the month. Mars becomes your Yokaraka planet, the 9th lord and the 4th lord. So that in itself tells about that yes, you will definitely see a stimulation in the matters of your social life, in the matters of your group activities. Like lot many people will be needing your time, your focus, your energy. So the social life could be a little bit demanding, but the good part is that you will be able to encash any lucrative opportunity out of those socialization as well. Second thing is that definitely guys, your ascendant lord sun is dignified right over there in your first house, conjunct with the planet Mercury as well, and in the second half of the month it is going to move to your second house as well. So for the recognition point of view, for marketing your brand or putting out your best interest, so regarding that front, the month is actually creating a very good energy. Like if during this month only you have to schedule any important meetings or kickstart any of your dream project and all, so the month's energy seems to be very favorable. Second thing is that definitely guys, in your case, Venus becomes your 10th lord. So your 10th lord is debilitated in the second house and it is conjunct with the Ketu as well. So there's a very strong possibility that during this time, at your financial front there will be some rapid transformation which you will go through. During this time guys, you have to be very careful because whenever it's the Ketu, it is the force of the nature over where we do not have much of the control. So this could be a case that you missed any of those important opportunity, or you missed any of those important business meeting and all because there was some flood came, some sort of natural disaster, calamity, something happened and all. So this is what happens when we talk about Ketu. It is that part of our karma, of our destiny, which is unavoidable. So it is much better not to beat yourself down or not to blame yourself with the failure of any of your financial goals or financial structuring or planning. And along with that guys, because Venus is, in your case, is your 3rd lord as well and the 10th lord as well. So for the freelance people and self-employed people, if during this time, specifically till September 17th, if you have to schedule any important meetings and all, so ensure to clear the financial terms of the services and all. It must be much recommended if during this time only you are going to be executing any project, if you will work on some advance payment basis and all, because otherwise the 3rd lord debilitated conjunct with Ketu in the second house. This is one such kind of combination where because of some XYZ reason you put your effort, time, energy and the money never came, or some payment got into bad debt and all. So specifically till September 17th you have to be mindful, watchful of that. Afterwards it is going to be not making you much vulnerable in those departments. Along with that guys, if we have to see, we have discussed the contribution of the Mars we have seen how Sun and Mercury and Venus is going to be behaving. Jupiter in any case is transiting strengthened in your 10th house, Saturn in the 7th house. So yes, you are in a state, and during this month as well, planets are definitely supporting you for laying a strong foundation in the direction of your wish fulfillment or any of those aspiration or career goals which you have. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, as you can see that the month will definitely start with the similar energy only. Ketu is transiting right over there in your first house, and the ninth lord Venus is also conjunct in your first house till September 17th. So that is indicating in this direction only guys that for any divine insights, some sort of epiphanies, awakening, realization, you are definitely headed in the right direction. During this time guys, I can assure you that even if you will if you are researching on the truth of the life, you are like engaged in any higher spiritual religious austerities and quest and all, so you will be headed in the right direction. You'll be able to connect the dots as well during this time, the kind of yoga planets are making for you, because guys, even Jupiter is also transiting strengthened in your 9th house as well. So for any epiphanies, awakening, realization and all, the time period seems to be very beneficial for you. Like the way guys, I always say this thing that whenever Ketu is transiting from the first house and all, so because Venus is your 9th lord as well, the lord of the house of the long distance travel as well. So as long as it is work related travel, it is fine. But when we talk about any of those adventure and all, specifically going very close to the nature, playing with the nature, over there you have to be a little bit careful. Second thing is that definitely guys, Sun is going to be dignified in the very first half of the month in your 12th house. So Sun is going to be there, and Mercury is also going to be transiting till September 22nd in your 12th house. So if your income is connected with the 12th house related matters like import export nature of work, or if during this time only you are living in a foreign land trying to find a job or stabilize yourself in a foreign country, foreign land and all, during this time only if you are going to be taking any work related important travel and all, so all of those will definitely manifest some very good results. Along with that guys, when we talk about the role of the planet Mars, so Mars in your case is not a very favorable planet for you, and it is transiting in your 10th house. So definitely you will find that at the work front there will be some sudden added responsibilities which will keep you on your toes. You might have to now negotiate, deal with or arbitrate with lot many people at the work front. This can also benefit those people in whose case specifically if you are in a senior leadership role and all, where you have to kind of push people, motivate them, or kind of kind of exert your authority to get the work done. For those people this can still benefit them, but yes, there is going to be chaos which you have to handle gracefully in the matters of your professional career front. So yes guys, this is how the energy of this month is going to be getting generated. I can assure you the first half of the month seems to be little bit going out of the control, but with the second half of the month, like once Sun would have entered your first house and Venus would have left your first house, would have got dignified in the second house, you will definitely see that you will again be able to regain the control of your life, of the major areas of your life in your own hands as well. And yes guys, if I were to say, the major financial lucrative returns are bound to happen in the second half of the month for the Virgo Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Libra Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case you guys have to be careful, because as you can see that your ascendant lord is debilitated in the 12th house and it is conjunct with Ketu as well. So I would say guys that till September 17th, a lot of the areas in your life is going to be under the control of some third power or some sort of entity over where you do not have much of the control. Again guys, I always say this thing that when it comes down to Rahu, over there your own discriminatory intelligence, making use of tact, diplomacy, research and all can still manifest results. But when it comes down to the Ketu, surrender is the only thing, acceptance is the only thing which we can resort to. So I mean to say that yes, your ascendant lord is there in the 12th house, not in a dignified state, and the kind of combination it is in, it is not a very good time, specifically the first half of the month, like till September 17th, to get into anything where there is a lot of uncertainty, risky ventures, dealing with people with credibility issue, or any of those kind of risky travels, adventures. It will be much recommended to avoid them. That is the one thing which I want to say. It is, guys, this is a typical norm in astrology. Even when we use the prashna and all, this is what we say, that okay, someone got disappeared, something happened, people got stranded in the face of any disaster, calamity, what happened. So these are the yogas which make someone prone and vulnerable. So definitely other planets are also influencing your dasha, the yogas you have in your chart, they are also going to be playing their role as well. But yes, if you follow astrology, so I would say that just refrain from these kind of risky engagements at least till September 17th. But yes, for invoking your hidden talents, potential, or awakening, epiphanies, even in the dreams, getting those divine insight and all, advanced level of meditation and all. So for those people, this could be a very blessed time which these guys are going. And we generally recommend that some sort of part, anushthan, ritual generally manifest good results whenever planets are in such sort of alignment. Second thing is that definitely, guys, in your case, Mars is your 7th lord and it is your second lord, and during the whole month it is going to be transiting in your 9th house only. So definitely, guys, your partner and people around you will educate, enlighten, guide, or counsel you well during this time, the kind of role which Mars is playing for you. Second thing is that definitely, guys, Sun is in a very dignified state, transiting in your 11th house for the first half of the month. It is conjunct with Mercury as well. Mercury is going to be in the Leo sign till September 22nd. So yes, it's a very good time for people who are connected with social media, influencers, recognition, being considered for a reward, recognition. So for all that aspect, the month is creating a good energy. So yes, guys, if I were to say, I'm definitely seeing a lot of the energy going in the houses which will definitely make you a recipient of the right counsel, advice, or like something which is meant for you, or something which is going to give you that sort of contentment, satisfaction which you have been craving for long, some sort of hidden answers which you are trying to unravel. This is how the energy of this month is going to be getting created for you. But yes, for venturing into something which is very ambiguous and all, it's not highly recommended. That is all what I can say. And guys, if I were to say, even in the matters of the finances, there is a still a sigh of relief the way planets are behaving. So for the finance, because the house of opportunity gains is dignified, so is the second lord as well. I'm not seeing it afflicted. The only thing which I want to recommend is that doing charities during this time, any of the occasions, any of those like charities which you want to support, that should be considered at least till the time your ascendant lord is transiting from the 12th house. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpions, so definitely, guys, in your case, the month will start on a good note, because as you can see that your ascendant lord is transiting in the 8th house, and the whole month it is going to be transiting over there. So yes, you have to be very careful around the matters of your health. Something to do with, like, when we specifically say that people who tend to remain very injury prone. So injuries generally happen whenever Mars is making any connection with the 8th house, and it is Gemini. This could be case that overthinking, or like getting very stimulated, or putting your energy in those things which is not meant for you. So I would say that exertion of energy should be done in the right places in a very calculative way. That is the one thing. Second thing is that definitely, guys, the vulnerability in the matters of relationship is still going to be there. We all know this thing that 11th house in a way has got this reputation of fulfilling our wishes as well. But just because your 7th lord is getting debilitated over there, and second thing is that I were to say it is going to be in the influence of Ketu over there as well. So okay, understand this thing, guys. A lot many people get confused in this dictum, specifically for the Scorpions. So understand this thing that 9th house is the most auspicious house in our whole chart. People say that for the Scorpions, Ascendant Lord gets debilitated in the 9th house is a bad combination. Trust me, around me as well, I've seen lot many people in this combination to be doing very good in the life. They are religious as well. Now definitely in their case that combination is getting the Neech Bhanga, but Ascendant Lord, they're like certain power which the house also holds. Same way, 7th Lord going in the 11th house, the house of wish fulfillment, getting debilitated. There are many way and approaches of seeing it or decoding it. But understand this thing, the kind of combination it is in, those things will go out of your hand which have not been serving any purpose. And I always say Ketu represents that part of our destiny over which we do not have any control. Surrender, acceptance is something which Ketu teaches us. So and yes guys, there could be some sort of disappointment which you might have to face, some sort of rejection which you might have to face in the matters of your courtship, in the matters of the partnership and all. So be very welcoming. This could be a temporary kind of shock or jolt which you might go through, but it will have some higher meaning, wisdom and purpose to fulfill. That is the one thing which I want to say. Second thing is definitely guys, 11th house Venus Ketu, so that also tells about that you have to be very respectful towards the females around this month. Any sort of frivolous behavior, disrespectful behavior might certainly put you in the radar, because your Ascendant Lord in the transit is also afflicted. So suddenly getting embroiled in controversy, people pointing fingers at you, so you have to be very careful around all these areas. Along with that guys, definitely Sun is dignified in your 10th house. Mercury from the September 4th till September 22nd, it is also going to be conjunct with the Sun over here in your 10th house. So first half Sun is in the 10th, then it is going to enter the 11th house. That is also good placement for it. So yes guys, for the recognition, I would say more visibility, getting along well with your bosses. So the way alignment is happening for you, so even if your life Ascendant Lord is taking you to the 8th house of suddenness, unpredictability, the good part is that your bosses and the authority figures will be on your side. They will support you, they will lend the best support to you. That is all what I can say for the Scorpions. So guys, specifically the highlight of this month for you guys is that you have to be very careful and cautious around safeguarding your interest, or I would say in the matters of the health and injury, accident, in all that department you have to guard and protect yourself. So recitation of Hanuman Chalisa, of Bajrang Baan should be considered. Now guys, let me talk about the Sagittarius natives. Definitely guys, in your case, as you can see that your Ascendant Lord is definitely going to be transiting in the 6th house only, but now Mars, which is your 12th Lord and the 5th Lord, is transiting in your 7th house. So definitely guys, during this whole month only, you will definitely see that your partner is going to be little bit demanding more of your energy, time, focus, little bit acting impulsive or aggressive as well. So this is something regarding which you have to be very careful while dealing with your partner. The thing is that it might not be very good when we talk about in the matters of your chemistry with your partner, with your spouse and all, but when we talk about the commercial gains point of view, this still can be seen as a good transit. Second thing is that definitely guys, during this month as well till September 17th, Venus, your 6th Lord and the 11th Lord, is going to be conjunct with Ketu and debilitated in the 10th house. At your work front, you have to be very careful in the very first 3 weeks. There is going to be very stark difference of opinion, severing ties, suddenly getting into the wrong book of your bosses, or when we say that, victim of circumstances, like being in the wrong time at the wrong places. And I always say this thing guys, that when we talk about Ketu represents that part of our destiny which is unavoidable. So my recommendation to the Sagittarius Lagna native is that, God forbid, but whatever development happens in the matters of your professional front, do not get into this overthinking mode or self-loathing mode that it happened because of your fault or you could have done things otherwise. It was that area over where the free will does not count much. So be in that mode of acceptance, do your best, and just try not to get into the wrong side of your bosses. That is the one thing which I want to say. Sun is definitely going to be dignified in your ninth house for the first half of the month, which is a very good sign. Anything to do with the higher learning, with the travels, immigration related concern and all, that will definitely support, benefit the Sagittarius Lagna during this month. So guys, if I were to say, the support of the partner will definitely put you in the right direction. Specifically for even any career advice and all, you can reach out to your partner as well. For any sort of like I would say guidance, anything to do with the higher knowledge studies, you're doing PhD, you're giving entrance exam for any MBAs and all of that. So regarding all that front, it is a supportive time. But yes, only in the matters of your professional front and the way you deal with your bosses over there in that department and area, you have to be a little bit careful. Now guys, when we talk about the Capricorn natives, definitely guys, in your case, as you can see that when we talk about the matters of your career, so Venus in your case becomes your like 10th lord, it becomes your 5th lord. It is until September 17th, it is going to be transiting in your 9th house, debilitated and conjunct with Ketu. So yes guys, at your work front, there will be some sudden unpredictable developments which could happen. And over here guys, see, a lot is dependent on the kind of dashas and yogas which you're going through. Because Ketu in the 9th house, and Venus is debilitated definitely in the influence of Ketu, but Ketu also represents that part of the destiny which is unavoidable, and because it is the divine grace. So if you have been eyeing for any intervention, some sort of epiphany, awakenings, that could happen even at your work front. Suddenly you might be put in a role which initially does not seems to be very lucrative for you, but in times to come it might open more doors for you. So be very welcoming regarding the development which is happening around you, and do reach out to the experts in your field, because they will guide you in the right direction with some good intentions. Second thing is that definitely guys, Sun is going to be transiting in your 8th house for the first half of the month. Then it is going to transit to your 9th house. So people who are connected with insurance, occult, research, and all those people can still get benefited. They can strike a gold during this month. Mars is going to be transiting in this whole month in your 6th house. So for all those people who have to write any competitive exam and all, so they will be able to put forth their best efforts. So for anything to do with the competitive situation, getting any loan approved, or any like if you are an influencer, you are primarily working in the domain of the health, fitness, nutrition, all those people can still get benefited. The only thing is that guys, you do not have to invoke the negative side of the Mars in a form of getting into quarrels, bickering, fight with people. So just be very mindful of that. But apart from that guys, definitely a lot of the stimulation I'm seeing in the department of your 9th house, 8th house and the 6th house, and somehow these are the houses over where we compete and we research and we reach out for the higher answers and all. So yes guys, this is how I'm seeing development this month for the Capricorn natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Aquarians, so definitely guys, in your case, as you can see that the month will start on a very unpredictable note for the Aquarians, specifically in the matters of their career front. So guys, in your case, Mars becomes your 10th lord and your like 3rd lord, and during the whole month it is going to be transiting in your 5th house. So we always say this thing that 10th lord in the 5th house, it's a typical combination of people who kind of give advice to people who are freelance, self-employed, connected with education and all. So if all of that is getting applicable in your case, some sort of development, like if you have been experimenting with certain things in your line of work, so this month will definitely provide you the right set of impetus for that. Second thing is that definitely guys, in your case, Venus is actually creating a lot of concern. Like if I were to say specifically for the Aries Lagna and the Aquarians, they have to be very careful in the matters of their dealing with the females, in the matters of the relationship, love, romance. Because I always say this thing, it's not only the Venus, it is conjunct with Ketu and it is debilitated. So whatever you will lose during this time, you might not see that person again. You might not see that chemistry, love again. It could be a case that something happened which left that sort of scar which cannot be reconciled. So you have to be very careful, because in your case, Venus becomes your 9th lord and the 4th lord. Now in a way, it is not controlling any houses which are connected with relationship. Like we say 7th house, 5th house, 3rd house, 11th house also represents our friends. But still guys, we would say this thing that if only you were to use this transit for divine awareness, epiphanies, awakenings, secret understanding of the universe and all, some sort of spell, research, it's a very good time. But when we talk about individually, Venus, which is a significator of love and romance, you have to be careful. Also guys, in your case, Venus is your 4th lord as well. So 4th lord getting conjunct with Ketu in the 8th house. So be very careful when you drive as well. Ketu represents that part of the destiny, karma, which cannot be avoided. Venus represents vehicle as well. Ketu represents all the natural calamities and all. So suddenly getting struck somewhere because of waterlogging, because of some problem and all, unforeseen sudden problems and all, natural calamity, disaster and all. So be very careful around it, all these areas, till the time till September 17th, when Venus is transiting in your 8th house. Along with that guys, definitely in your case, Sun is going to be transiting in your 7th house for the very first half of the month, and then it will move to your 8th house. And Mercury is also going to be transiting in the 7th house from September 4th till September 22nd. So for the commercial gains and all, and even in the matters of partnership, some sort of sudden recognition, access to important people, important opportunities, regarding that front, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. So a very mixed sort of month's vibration getting generated for the Aquarians. Now guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, your 10th lord and the ascendant lord Jupiter is already like transiting in your 3rd house, like initiating some new plans. You must be working very hard for kick-starting any of your dream projects and all. But we have to take into consideration what the slow moving planets are doing, because somehow the key of our week or theme of our month somehow resides with their movement in the transit. So guys, first of all, Mars in your case becomes your 2nd lord, and it becomes your 9th lord. It is going to be transiting in your 4th house. Now again guys, Mars in the 4th in the original Kal Purush Kundli is not considered as very good. Mars in the Gemini is also not considered as very good. But when we talk about the space and environment and energy attributes of the 4th house, Mars somehow find itself at home. And specifically, if you have something to do with the construction, real estate, working as a realtor and all of that, or commissioning work and all, those people somehow get benefited. But yes guys, during this time as well, the whole month is making your domestic life little bit stimulated, of people getting into argument, debate, not getting along well with the views of each other. So regarding all that aspect, you have to be little bit careful. Second thing is that definitely guys, in your 7th house, Venus is transiting in your 7th house, and it is debilitated and conjunct with Ketu. In your case, Venus has got a rulership over your 3rd house, and it has got a rulership over your 8th house. So you have to be actually stay very protective in the matters of your relationship and all. I always say this thing that Ketu represents that part of our destiny, prarabdha, which cannot be avoided. Second thing is that Ketu also represents all the natural calamity, disaster and all of that. So the point which I'm trying to say over here is that over here, even if there is going to be some hidden, unforeseen, sudden problem which is going to get creep up in the matters of your relationship, do not give in to it. Like, be very welcoming, be very with the way we have to deal with Ketu is all about acceptance and surrender. So that is the one thing which I want to recommend in the matters of your 7th house. And specifically, even during this time, not many people till September 17th will be overwhelmed with the thoughts of, okay, let's part our ways. Even in the business partnership, okay, I'm doing so much, my partner is not putting that much efforts and all. So refrain from getting into those trail of negative thoughts, because it's just a temporary thing which is getting generated for you guys in the matters of your 7th house. Along with that guys, definitely Sun is going to be dignified in the first half of the month in your 6th house. Mercury is also going to be transiting in your 6th house from September 4th till September 22nd. So if I were to say, if you have to write any competitive exam, you are connected with the fields of health, fitness, nutrition and all, so those people can also get benefited. You will be able to exert your authority in a very efficient way, where you will definitely inspire your juniors, your subordinates as well. So yes guys, this is how the month's energy is going to be getting generated for the Pisces Lagna natives. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.